We also have an eye on the University of Arkansas, where police are investigating two alleged rapes. According to police reports, last Friday, a sexual assault was reported at Yoakum Hall. Less than 24 hours before that, University police say a separate incident was reported at Walton Hall. The Northwest Arkansas Center for Sexual Assault says it has services which help find solutions for victims.
24/7 crisis hotline, so day or night, an advocate, a nurse, and a survivor can be here at the center for an emergency exam. We collect forensic DNA evidence that law enforcement then collects and runs at the state crime lab.
She says it's important for survivors of a sexual assault to seek help immediately. We'll keep you updated with any new information on the university investigations right here on 5 News. And we're following a deadly shooting out of Johnson County. We first brought you this news last night on your 5 News at 10. Investigators say it happened Tuesday evening in the City Park area in Coal Hill. Investigators have not said if they have a suspect, but stay with us here on 5 News as we're working to learn more about this investigation. The Carroll County Sheriff's Office is moving forward with DNA testing to identify human remains found last year. This comes after a donation from the Arkansas Attorney General's office helped cover the cost. Investigators say these remains were found on a woman's property in December of last year. The Sheriff's Office partnered with a Texas-based DNA company to help with identification, but the testing cost more than $7,500. A donation of $5,800 from Attorney General Tim Griffin's office is now allowing that testing to move forward. Day 43 of the longest shutdown in history may end up being the final day of the impasse. The Senate funding deal cleared another hurdle overnight, paving the way for a debate and a final vote in the House this evening. Even though Democratic leaders remain opposed, Republicans and President Trump have expressed confidence this will have the support needed to pass. Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
What we always do.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says he's optimistic ahead of tonight's vote to reopen the government.
We're very optimistic about the vote tally tonight. We think this is going to happen, and we're sorry that it took this long.
The Senate-passed deal made it through the House Rules Committee on a party-line vote early Wednesday morning.
Democrats thought this political stunt would give them leverage. They used the American people as leverage, and for what? Really? So big insurance companies can continue collecting big payouts.
Republicans on the committee rejected Democratic amendments, including one to extend the Enhanced Affordable Care Act health subsidies Democrats have been demanding.
This should be something that Republicans should have come and negotiated with us, but they wouldn't do that.
As House members race to return to Capitol Hill,
I'm on my way to D.C.
Some are finding creative ways to get back amid airport snarls, including Wisconsin Congressman Derek Van Orden riding 950 miles on his Harley. Even with an end in sight, the question remains how long before government functions can return to normal. Air travelers are expecting another day of delays, and Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says it's still too early to know when flight reductions at major airports could be lifted.
We're going to wait to see the data on our end before we take out the restrictions in travel, that 6% we have in place right now. But it depends on controllers coming back to work.
Duffy says air traffic controllers will start getting paid within 24 to 48 hours of the government reopening. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
In Arkansas, Congressman Steve Womack is emphasizing the importance of ending the shutdown. He says the House is reconvening today for the first time in more than 50 days to restart stalled projects in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley that depend on federal funding. Womack says the country can't afford to keep delaying maintenance and construction on key infrastructure. Once the shutdown ends, he hopes to advance his Transportation, Housing, and Urban Development Appropriations Act, a bill that would fund roads, bridges, railways, airports, and housing programs across Northwest Arkansas.
From a local standpoint, I've got over $100 million of infrastructure and related dollars that are going to come back to the 3rd District of Arkansas, but only if we can pass fiscal 26 appropriation bills. And that includes a lot of really, really good projects that benefit a lot of people that I represent. And I don't want to lose those for, again, another year.
Womack also addressed food insecurity that many in the country, including Arkansans, are facing. The Supreme Court Tuesday extended an order blocking full SNAP payments. On Saturday, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders directed another $500,000 to Arkansas food bank systems. Reopening the government would restart the SNAP program that thousands of Arkansans rely on, but it's still unclear how quickly payment of those funds would resume.
So the work that's happening through the food banks and through our church pantries and other organizations just reminds us all that we're in this together. And so I'm just very, very proud to represent an area that responds to people in need, like Northwest Arkansas does. Now, some of this hardship can be stopped if we can just get our work done in Congress. And tomorrow, that's exactly what I plan to do.
Womack says he will be back in D.C. today as the House reconvenes. Arkansans are heading to the polls this week. Early voting starts today, and some local issues include a 1% sales tax and bond funding in Bella Vista and a proposal to annex property in southern Greenland. But today, residents in Ozark can start letting their voices be heard in a referendum vote, which would allow a permanent entertainment district downtown. This issue was approved by City Council in April, but residents created a petition forcing it to go to a vote on the ballot. The entertainment district would supply wristbands and special cups to adults who buy alcohol with the district logo to allow them to roam freely through stores and restaurants within the district boundaries without worrying about being arrested for an open container. Main Street Ozark Executive Director Justin McCormick says regardless of how people vote, it's important for everyone to cast their ballots.
That everyone in Ozark that we talk to, whether for or against, is passionate, right? And we want to see Ozark succeed. I think it's important for Ozark to have their voice heard. Elections are super important, and a lot of the individuals here just want progress.
Early voting is taking place at the Franklin County Training Center from 8 this morning to 4:30 this evening. Centerton residents may soon face higher sewer service costs. The City Council is weighing a rate increase to help the system keep up with growth. If it's approved, sewer bills would increase by 50 cents, reaching $8.49 inside the city and $9.58 outside. Officials say the hike is needed to expand the limited sewer capacity as Centerton grows, following similar increases in Rogers and Bentonville. The City Council will discuss the proposal at a public hearing on December 9th at 6 p.m. The city of Springdale is hoping to become a regional sports destination with a potential new massive indoor sports facility. These are renderings shown to City Council this week of what it could look like. It would be more than 119,000 square feet and would hold 8 basketball courts, 16 volleyball courts that can transform into 24 pickleball courts. As it stands, the City Council is yet to take action, noting it will be a continuing discussion. At the Arkansas State Capitol, Secretary of State Cole Jester and others added 28 names to the Gold Star Families Memorial Monument. This project began in 2016 when a group of Marine veterans started raising money, and it continues today thanks to students at Calvary Academy in North Little Rock. It honors Arkansans who gave their lives and the families who still carry that sacrifice.
Well, we want to make sure that our fallen are not forgotten. The families are left behind with a legacy to carry on, and so we want to make sure that our families know that our community supports them and loves them and remembers them. They served, they sacrificed, and we're going to make sure that we are there for them not only as a community, but to also honor them and their legacy as well.
Since 2016, nearly 300 service members have been memorialized on the Capitol grounds.